guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Jaleisha. If you are new, I am the owner of Skin by Moss. We are a handcrafted skincare brand based in Baltimore, Maryland. I just want to give a huge shout out to everyone who subscribed to my channel. I gained a lot of subscribers from my last video, which I knew it would do good, but I didn't expect it to do that good. So that was my packing video. If you haven't checked that out, make sure you watch after you watch this video. But yeah, thank you guys for subscribing. If you aren't subscribed, go ahead and do that thing, okay? I wanted to come on here and make a video for you guys. Originally, this video was going to be a video on my first month in business. I wanted to share with you guys like how my first month went, how I launched. I didn't really get to vlog that experience with you guys. It was just really overwhelming, so I wanted to talk with you guys about it. However, I did do a question thingamajig on Instagram where I wanted to see if you guys had any questions, and I got a good amount, so I decided to do 2 videos. So this one's going to be a Q&A, and then the next one I'll go really in detail about my launch night, I promise, okay? Let me read exactly what I posted on Instagram so you guys can understand why I'm doing this video. So I just want to let you guys know, give a short tiny bit backstory on what made me do this Q&A, because it was literally random. So I was just thinking about the goals that I set for myself. I was thinking about my business. I accomplished something really major recently, and I was just super proud of myself. Literally every goal that I'm setting for myself, I'm achieving, or you know, going way above it. You come up with a business plan, you have these ideas, and you never know how the business is going to do. You just know that you love it and you want to do it. And you're gonna try your best. With Skin by Moss, I was like, you know what, I'm not doing anything else. Let me put my time and all into this business and just see how it does. So I originally, of course, invested a ton of money, and then I set a goal of at least making $300. That's within the first month. No matter what happens, I will be happy if I can make $300 from my first month of business. I was feeling really blessed because my first day, I guess this is kind of talking about my launch a little, but I'll do another video more in depth. The first day I launched, the first night, I didn't make a sale right away. There was no, okay, you know, drop the website at 12. Tons of sales. That didn't happen for me. So I didn't get a sale until about 1 in the morning, which is a little after 12, but it's like when you're anticipating something, you're working so hard or something, like you kind of want people to be on it, and it wasn't like that for me. I don't have a huge following. I don't have a huge fan base or anything. I don't have that. I was just putting it out there and seeing how it goes. So I got my first sale at 1 in the morning, and I was so ecstatic. The feeling of getting a sale, yet alone your first sale, it's a blessing. So I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm on my way to the $300 goal. Like, wow, this is amazing. I can do it. And you're just like, okay, that's 1. So you just keep praying and you keep hoping, like, okay, I'll get another sale. It's okay if I don't. Like, you just tell yourself, like, it's okay if you don't, but you know you really want that sale. But it was just like, you wake up to sales like, oh my gosh, like people really like what I have to offer. They really want to try. They really want to support. I was like, okay, I'm slowly achieving the $300 goal. So my first day in business, I made a little over $150. That wasn't even including the online sales, and I'll go more in depth about what I'm talking about in my other video. But my first day in business, I made a little over $150. I want to say within like the first 2 or 3 days, at least the first week, I had already made my $300 goal. So it's just like, I just made $300. My goal is $300. Okay, let me try and push my goal a little higher, so maybe aim for 500. So after the first week, I was aiming for 500, and then I met 500. And I was like, you know what, for fun, let me just see if I can make 1,000. It's okay if I don't make the 1,000. I made something, I did something, and that's that. And I made $1,000 in my first month of business. I will go into depth. I will show receipts, all of that in my video. I was really just feeling so blessed and so inspired and so grateful that people were supporting me, and I just go through so many emotions as far as being so supportive, like feeling so supportive. Like, I can't express how grateful I am to have people who genuinely support me. This month I set another goal, and I was like, okay, I wanted to make a post because I wanted to share with everyone, like, I met my goal. I made $1,000 in a month, and I'm 3 orders away from making my goal for this month, and I made my goal actually yesterday. So so I made my goal for this month yesterday. So it's just like, I'm so blessed. I feel so grateful. I feel so honored. Like, I just feel all the feels. So I just wanted everyone to know, like, at the end of the day, you can't sell yourself short. I told myself I could only make $300, and I just needed to set the bar a little higher, because clearly I can aim for way more than 300 every month. Like, of course I want to make achievable goals, but we can't downplay ourselves, and we have to understand, like, in order to meet these goals, we just gotta work hard. I'm learning to not be afraid to ask for help, not to be afraid to say, hey, support my business. You know what I mean? I was just feeling blessed, and I wanted to share that with everyone. So I just wanted to know if anyone had any questions. So that's how we ended up here. Wow, that was pretty long, but that's how we ended up here and getting this Q&A. I will definitely go into depth with again my launch and how that happened in another video, but enough rambling. Let's get into the questions. So the first question, is this what you dreamed? Yes and no. When I set my goals, I dream of meeting the goals. I dream of going way beyond the goals, but there is a little bit of like self-doubt, at least for me, and running a business. You just never know how people are going to accept your business. When you put your stuff out there, it's like, okay, this is my baby, I love it, I nourished it, I made it all pretty and cute, and I gave it all the knowledge I can. I hope this helps you. So it's like, I don't know how people are gonna react. Of course, when you set those goals, you're setting goals because you're like, okay, it's possible that I can meet this goal. It's possible that people are gonna like it. You only dream like, okay, they're gonna love it, everyone's gonna go crazy. That's what you dream of. So I haven't really met like the go crazy part. I haven't gotten that far yet. Is this what I dreamed of? Yes. I always dream of going above and beyond. I'm an above and beyond type of person. I always go above and beyond every little thing I do. When I do something, or I'm asked to do something, like my name is on something, I always want you to know she did it, okay? So yeah. Next question. So it's not really a question, it just says speak on women empowerment. This whole movement of women, especially Black women, starting businesses on their own, being successful at it, is everything. I'm so inspired by so many Black entrepreneurial women, so many women who run their own businesses, whether it's hair, makeup, jewelry, clothing, whatever it may be. I'm literally inspired by so many people who are starting their businesses, but especially women, and we're doing it on our own. We're doing it with little to no help. Like, we're doing it. One thing I can say about women empowerment is, like, we are growing, we are coming hard, and we are unstoppable, period. Like, unstoppable. It's nothing that we cannot do once we put our minds to it. If you're a woman of color, like whatever the case may be, women can do it. Next question, talk about Black business. So I kind of just spoke on that, particularly Black women businesses, but Black businesses are in general are flourishing. And I don't want to say it's just because of the recent acts that have been going on and the whole Black Lives Matter movement. Right now in particular, this is our chance to grow. The one thing that I really want from Black businesses in particular is for us to stick together and help one another out. Everyone has a friend who does something. Everyone has a friend who does hair. Everyone knows someone who sells clothes. Like, everyone knows someone. So if we can just put those together and create our own community, that will be everything. Why not do that? Why not put our knowledge together? Why not just buy from one another? That's like the main thing, like the buying Black movement. I'm so glad it's a movement. I'm so glad Black owned businesses are being put on the pedestals that they deserve. We deserve it, so why not? And our stuff is bomb. Black businesses, I feel like, really need to be given a chance and really need to be taken seriously. As a Black business owner, I want to make sure I do everything I possibly can to give you the best experience ever. I want to give you the best customer service. I want to give you quality. I want to put my all into it, and I want you to know that I put my blood, sweat, and tears into it. And I know, of course, there are going to be times where Black businesses have their falls or their downs. Not everyone is perfect. I just want people to give Black businesses a chance. So if we were more open to the ideas that we can do things, we can be supportive of one another, that would be beautiful. These questions are deep. Next question, what's a normal day like for you? So I don't really have a normal day. I feel like now, since this whole COVID and quarantine thing, like my day has definitely changed, especially now that my business is out there, because before I launched my business, I was literally just working non-stop on preparing to launch. Now I'm still working on my business currently, but it's different aspects. So on average, I get up around 9 a.m. and then from there, the first thing I've started to do is I listen to Bible verses. If you guys have the Bible app, I listen to that. I try to start my day off with God and making sure that my spirits are aligned so that I'm more positive, and I just get started with God. It allows me to be more focused, more disciplined, and I'm just ready from there. Then I like to check my emails, my website analytics. I literally am on my site first thing in the morning. And then of course my day varies because there are days when I don't get orders. So if I don't have an order, I'm just finding ways to work on my site, or I'm preparing a social media post or whatever the case may be. Literally, it's not really a normal day to say. I just work on my business, on myself, my mental. I just work. Next question, do you draw inspiration from anyone in particular or anything? I literally draw inspiration from scenery, the people around me, the views. Literally, scenery is my inspiration. When I graduated high school, I would travel to New York alone. Being in that space, being alone, being in a new environment, I was inspired because you've never been there before. You've never done this before. It's just things that you're finding to do, you're learning. When I went to Cabo, my first international trip, I was really inspired, and that's what gave me the nudge to actually start the business. Being in Cabo, the scenery, being in a new environment, being in a new space, the energy was everything to me. I just like good energy, the feels. I don't know, I don't really know how to describe it, but that's where I get most of my inspiration from. People, I have a few inspirations. One of my most I'm obsessed with her is Sophia Amoruso. I've been obsessed with her for years. If you guys don't know who she is, you need to Google her. She initially was the founder and CEO of Nastygal, which is a clothing brand. She is the girl boss. Like, she took the phrase girl boss and turned it into a brand. Her whole transformation and her evolvement, but also her lows, she shares her lows with you. She's inspiring. I love her story. Like I said, the women black women who are starting their own businesses and running them successfully are inspiring. I follow so many women, black women in particular, who are running their own businesses. I am so inspired by each and every move they make, whether it's from achieving their goals, whether it's surpassing their goals, them getting to office spaces. Like, I'm inspired by it all. Small businesses on YouTube, I'm obsessed with packing videos, so to see people pack videos, I'm inspired by everything, literally everything I'm inspired by. And when I see someone doing good and succeeding, it just inspires me to want to succeed. Growing up, my mom was a hustler. My mom made something out of nothing every single time. She was a single mom. She had me at a very young age. Watching her go through different situations was inspiring for me because it always pushed me to do better. And I know for my future kids, I want them to see me and say, I can do better than my mom. I can do way better. And it doesn't have to be in a sense of negativity, like, oh, I want to do better than my mom because she's a bad mom. It's just in a sense like, I just want to do better. In my mind, I'm a super competitive person. I always want to win. I always want to do better than the next, but not in the sense of gloating or just to rub it in someone's face. I just want to do better for myself. Seeing people win, seeing people succeed, it's just inspiring me because it makes me want to get up and get moving. That's my inspiration. Seeing everybody do good is my inspiration. What inspired you to start a YouTube channel? So there really wasn't too much of an inspiration behind starting a YouTube channel. Initially, I just became obsessed with YouTube and it was all I watched. In 2013, I got my first camera, and initially it was for photo shoots. I had a clothing brand and I was supposed to take pictures of the clothes, but I ended up starting to record myself. So yeah, that was that. My first YouTube video is still on here, so go watch it. Anyway, so next question. What is your favorite product from your skincare line? Ooh. Skin by Moss. Do I have to pick? Okay, I'll pick. Personally, I have oily skin. I have super oily skin. Like, I'm kind of oily right now, but my oil is starting to get controlled, which I'm really happy with, because normally I would be like grease, shiny, hello, reflection. And I didn't even use a primer. I have super oily skin, so my favorite product, which is actually a lot of people's favorite because it's the most popular item, it's our activated charcoal skin bar. It actually looks like this. I made with activated charcoal, of course, tea tree oil. There's so many good ingredients in this. It's good for detoxifying the skin. If you have acne, it controls blemishes, and it controls oil. So I like to use this. I use this twice a day, morning and night. I'm obsessed with this bar. There's so many people who love this product. I'm actually obsessed with the product that I've been using in pair with the activated charcoal skin bar. It's a new product that hasn't come out yet, but I've been testing it out and I'm in love. It's a moisturizer, and it will be dropping with my fall collection. So again, make sure y'all follow us on Instagram to keep up with us at Skin by Moss. How long did it take for your results to show? I'm assuming that's as far as product. Results vary. I know that's so cliche to say, but it literally varies. It varies depending on your skin type. It depends on genetics. It depends on the products you're using along with my products. So it all depends on your regimen and what you're doing, who you are, etc. The main thing as far as results, if you want results, you have to be consistent. There is no timeline for results. You just have to be consistent with your routine. You have to be consistent with the products you're using, with your diet. There's so many factors. In order to get good results, you have to be consistent. Consistency is the answer to that. The one way you can start seeing results is if you document it, so taking photos and tracking it. I personally love when my customers take photos and show me their progress, because it not only do I see it, but you also get to see the changes that are taking place in your complexion and your skin. You just have to be consistent though. Just be consistent with everything. Next, what inspired you to do skincare? I'm not going to go too heavy into this question because if you watch my I'm starting a skincare business video, I go total in depth with that video, so I'll definitely link it. The main thing, I've been wanting to do a skincare line for a very long time now, for years. If you guys don't know, I was laid off both of my jobs due to COVID. It allowed me to open up my schedule and allowed more time to focus on what I really want to do, which is run my own business and start a skincare line. I had the time to take it more seriously and really put my blood, sweat, and tears into it. Really put my energy all into it. But also the main reason I really wanted to start a skincare line is because I want people to feel beautiful. I want people to feel beautiful in their skin, with makeup, without makeup, whatever the case may be, with stretch marks, with cellulite, with acne. I want you to feel beautiful no matter what. You live in your skin. This is all you have. This is your everything. This is who you are. I just want people to love their skin. I want people to feel confident and know that they're beautiful. As long as your skin is clean, you have good skin and you're beautiful. So you're beautiful. Where do you see Skin by Moss in the next 4 years? Honestly, the thought of that kind of scares me. I'm a little over a month old. We're almost 2 months old now. So it's just like, it's early to think that far ahead, but I envision the everything for my business. I know, like, a lot of times when it comes to small businesses, they're like, oh, do you want to see your stuff in a Walmart, a Target? I don't know. It's too soon to answer that. I just want my business to be successful, and I want to be happy in my business, and I want to be able to say everything that I did, every coin I spent, every hour, every minute, every second I spent into this business was all worth it, and it's only what I can imagine. I want to be able to give my children something. I foresee Skin by Moss being a household name. I want people to know who Skin by Moss is. I want people to recognize Skin by Moss. There's so much more to that question, but I'd rather keep those to myself. In 4 years, I just want people to know who Skin by Moss is, and I want them to love it. Who do you see yourself working with in the future? So I feel like that's a very broad question. I never really thought about working with people well, as far as like if you were to say like celebrities or something, I don't have an answer, but I definitely, like, even now I think about collaborating with different small businesses, different business owners who have different products, who are in different industries. Definitely looking to collaborate with so many people. I'm open to all ideas. I love ideas. I'm an idea person. I have at least 100 million ideas a day. I'm definitely willing to work. I love supporting people because at the end of the day, if we support each other, that's just more room for us to grow. I feel like as long as you love your business, as long as you're putting in work yourself, and if I feel inspired by you, I'm down to work. How long did it take you to build your brand by researching, creating, and launching? This is one of those questions that I answered in my other video, but long story short, there is no long story short. Like I said, I've been wanting to do this for years now. I started formulating my first product 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago now, 2.5 years ago. This year was the year that I was able to actually focus and set time aside for it. February is when I started researching on like websites, how to create one, all that stuff. When COVID started to really go in, I took more time and was able to focus, and here we are. So it took months, years. What drives you to keep going? That's a really beautiful question. This is probably one of my most favorite questions. So what drives me to keep going is the people around me, the thought of I just want to be better, I just want to do good, I don't want to fail. What keeps me going is when, for instance, I met my goal. That's what keeps me going. It's like, okay, you can do it. Even in times of failure, what keeps me going is like, okay, I did it. Now that I met the goal, it's like, okay, you might have failed this time, but you know you can do it because you did it before. I understand now when celebrities say like, if it wasn't for the fans or whatever, it's so true, because if it wasn't for the customers and the people who support me, I do it because they are inspiring to me. Seeing people love my products, seeing people like really appreciate the life that I'm giving to my product, it's everything to me, and it's inspiring me. It's letting me and reassuring that I'm doing my job. I love seeing people love it, and my goal is to see people love my product, but then once they use the product and they have it and they try it, they love their skin, and at the end of the day, I just want people to be happy. Seeing people happy and love my work, it keeps me going. It lets me know that I'm doing the right thing. It lets me know that I'm in my craft. I'm doing what I'm called to do. And then also the money that I spend on this stuff, because it ain't cheap, y'all. I'm putting in so much money. So it's like, look, Jaleisha, you didn't invest all this money. You gonna have to make something work. So that's also what keeps me going. And realistically, I got bills, y'all, so I gotta push. So shops get my boss, okay? No, but seriously, the people that support me keep me going. Another question I have, which is a question that I'm glad someone asked because I've been wanting to speak on this. Someone asked, are you getting more support from strangers than people who know you? I wanted to talk about that because I literally have expressed this to so many people, like whenever I talk about my business or speak about my business, but I don't look at that. I would literally have to sit here and think about that, and I don't want to think about that. It does nothing for me. I'm grateful for those who support me. I'm beyond grateful. I literally say I'm grateful every single time I get an order because I can't express it enough. I wish you guys could really understand how grateful I am that people take the time to support me, whether it's posting, telling a friend or family, to even buying and spending your money on my products. I'm grateful for it. So when it comes to whether or not family or the friends or people who know me support me, I don't look into it because it's a waste of my energy. I see so many people who have businesses of their own, and I see a lot of the time where they're complaining. They get more support from strangers than family or friends. They're complaining about it, and I say they're complaining because I look at it as, okay, this stranger, I get all the support from these people that I don't know. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just grateful for it. I don't know these people and they're supporting me. I don't even bring the idea like, oh, this person is supporting me but my family isn't. Why does that even matter? Why highlight those who aren't supporting you? Whether it's family, friends, whoever, it's no point in highlighting that. Like, if you don't want to support me, then you don't want to support me. Family, friends, foe, whatever, you don't have to support me. I'm not going to speak on that. I'm going to speak on the ones who do support me, and I'm going to always be grateful for those who support me, and I'm going to continuously thank the people who support me. I'm never going to highlight or say, oh, like, you know, this person doesn't support me, because it honestly doesn't matter. And honestly, I feel like it just makes you look bad. Every time I see someone post something like that, it's just like I understand if you feel like, oh, this close person who you thought would support me wouldn't support you, but at the end of the day, you can't force somebody, and I personally wouldn't want to force someone to support me. If I want support, I want it to be genuine. I don't want to have to say, oh, like, you know, you my cousin, so you gonna buy something. No, if you want to support me, just genuinely support me. I really don't ever want to think about that. It does nothing to benefit me. It does nothing for my energy. If I'm putting that energy out there, it's just bad energy I'm putting out there that can bounce back into my business, and I don't want that. I want to always be forever grateful for the people who support me. What I suggest for people who do go through those times of doubt and saying like, oh, why didn't this person support me, just think of the person who did support you. Me personally, I'm not going to support something that I don't like. You can be family, friend, person on the corner, I don't know. If I don't like what you have to offer, I'm not going to support you. I'm not going to be fake about support. I want to genuinely support someone because I will want the same in return. Support can come in so many different forms. Support can come whether the person buying something, whether they're telling a friend. At the end of the day, you don't even know if a person's supporting you just because they aren't buying something. Someone can be supporting you behind closed doors and you have no idea, and you could be bashing this person saying they don't support you, but you have no idea that they're telling their coworker, their friends, their family. They're telling so many people, yet you think they didn't support you because you didn't personally get bow down and they didn't personally pay for something from you. So I don't pay attention to that because you don't know if they're supporting you or not, and if they aren't, it doesn't matter. Go hard for the people who do support you. So I'm grateful for everyone who supports me though. So I have 3 more questions, and these are actually all from the same person. So really quick question. The first question is, who created your logo? Me! So I created this logo on my own. I refuse, like I said, if you guys don't know, I'm a very frugal person. I do not like to spend money if I know I can do something myself. I have gotten a logo created before, but this time around I felt like I could just give it a shot and do it on my own. I did that because I wanted to save money. There's technology out here, give it a shot. If you don't like it, then you can hire someone. If you like it, then you got yourself a business. But I ended up creating my own logo just to cut costs, and it turned out pretty good, if I do say so myself. So next question, do you think you'll collaborate with other businesses, maybe a swimsuit line? So I did touch on this a little bit. I am open to all collaborations. I think collaborations are awesome. Swimsuit line, come on now, skin and swimsuit go together, girl. So yes, I would definitely a swimsuit line would be bomb. I'm literally open to all collaborations. I think that would be amazing. Like, if I flourish, you flourish, you flourish, I flourish, we all grow. It's a garden out here. The last question, down to the nitty-gritty. The last question is, will there be other products such as moisturizing SPF or moisturizing skin glitter for summer? Will there be other products? Of course. Like I said, I want Skin by Moss to be a household brand, so I eventually want to have a product for everything. Not everything. Of course, there are products that I use now that aren't my brand, but for the most part, I want Skin by Moss to be all over. I do have like a ton of different products that I have ideas for all the time. Like I said, I have ideas all the time. So I do plan on launching a ton of products. As far as the next products, they will be dropping this fall. So make sure, I can't express it enough, make sure y'all follow us on Instagram at Skin by Moss. I'm super excited. There are going to be 2 parts to the drop. There's going to be 4 different products, so definitely stay tuned. I can't wait for y'all to see. There will definitely be more products, so I'm excited. But this is the end of the video. This was a long one. It was a really talkative one. My throat is so dry now, but I hope it was good. I hope I answered y'all questions. I really hope you got something from this video. I hope you feel inspired. Again, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram once again at Skin by Moss, and you can chat with us at skinbymoss.com. But yeah, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. I feel like Tina from Bob's Burgers. Fun fact, that's one of my favorite shows. See you guys on the next one. Bye.